The final 3 games are here. We've just fallen behind Manchester United thanks to the last episode. The title race is the hottest it's been. Can we do the business? Guess we'll find out soon. Manchester United did indeed win their game on the same game week as we lost to Tottenham, so they have gone ahead of us on goal difference, which is irritating. This is one of those times where I wish the Premier League was head-to-head, because of course their only 2 losses are us. Both times. Very irritating to be a team. It's very irritating to be behind a team that you've beaten twice in the same year. The only saving grace is the fact that we play 3 teams in the bottom end of the table. We play Leicester, Brighton and Wolves. Wolves up first. Wolves have just inflicted a defeat on Tottenham recently as well. Whilst we play Wolves today, Man United play Leeds, and those 2 teams are separated by 1 point in 17th and 18th. They're 2 teams fighting for their own survival, so they've all got lots to play for. We just have to hope that Leeds have more heart than Wolves. The other thing that could go in our advantage here is the fact that Manchester United are still in the Champions League. They've got to play Real Madrid again midweek before Manchester City next weekend. So that's the main difference. We play 3 teams at the bottom half. They've got Man City in the middle of all this. Their final day game is against Watford, so that's a given. So really, we have to hope Manchester City do something against them. Obviously, if Leeds do as well. And also, of course, we need to win all 3. That's a key point that needs to be made as well. And I know you're going to ask, Emre Azata, is he back? Fitness Report says capable. I'm not sure. It's a little interesting clicking through the previous years. A lot of the years have been won around the 85, 87, 88 mark. There's a couple of sort of 95s in there, but most of them have been won between sort of 85 and 90 points, which is obviously what we're on course for this year again. Apart from this one year from Manchester City, which was just dominant. Man City with 88, 95 Liverpool, Man United with 88, Tottenham with 88. We were both on 87. 2 wins and a draw, 88. That form though, good God, we have blown it, haven't we? Ah, dear, oh dear. I have done everything in the midweek, by the way, to improve morale. I've given them a team meeting. I've given certain players talkings to. I've praised form, praised training wherever I can. Yeah, I have told these 3 lads, I have criticised their form while sort of backing it up with saying, I've got faith in you lads, pick it up here, you can sort it out, and that hopefully will give them the kick on. I am really tempted to put Azata on the bench here. I think we're going to have to leave it though, annoyingly I'm going to have to leave it. That leaves us with the following lineup. Oh, I have dropped James Grimes, by the way. I am not accepting his recent form. This is the first time I've actually seen from him his dislike of big games has actually been a thing. Usually, weirdly, he turns up in cup finals, which are big games. But last few games, not really. Dutra's in goal, Saxton, Courage, Rick and Shaw. Vidarson will take over Grimes' role for today. Seri, Ramirez, Vidal and Pulisic. Silva up front. It's a big call to be making 3 games from the end of the season. And in a way, I kind of want to play Teko instead of one of these 3. But we're going for it. The formation, the tactic that's got us this far, we're sticking with it. 3 games to go. There's Lo Celso who inflicted the loss on Tottenham. Brian Burns still over there with the number 2. It's annoying as hell. Langford's in the England setup these days as well. Oh, they bought... When did they buy McSkeen? He was a new gen quite early on, sort of on the radar. He's never quite developed quite as much as I hoped he would. But yeah, he came through at Wales. He was one of the people I kind of eyed up at Wales in the Welsh leagues early on. Went to Italy first. But he's in the Premier League now. It's a bit weird though. It's a very solid team talk to get us underway here. Of course, ourselves and Manchester United are playing at the same time today. You know what? Back to scores, I think. Back to scores for these last 3 games. Literally nothing is happening. Well, at the very least, it's going to make the 3 games fit into the episode a little bit better. No highlights so far. Arguably, we're on top. There's not a lie in it. Here's a throw, though. Ready to go. Shaw, who's already been booked because that's just a thing that will happen every single game. Pulisic has ricocheted off a defender. I'm hoping it's off a defender. How can Pulisic be offside as a throw-in? Did Silva actually touch it? Oh, he touched it. Wait, sorry. It's saying Giovanni Lo Celso's offside. He's on their side. What? Have we just had a goal disallowed for their player being offside? I'm fairly certain ours was. Let's be honest. I think Pulisic was actually offside. But the game's had a wobbly there. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt there. Because otherwise I'm going to be furious. Sort it out, team. I've given you chance creation training. I've given you chance conversion training this week. I've even given you a bit of team bonding just to boost the morale. Get the ball up the pitch to Silva, to Pulisic, to Vidal, to Seri, anyone. Just put that ball in that net. Play the game of football. He's kept it in. He's played it off Fabian. Kept it in again. Pulisic is there. Pulisic! Woeful recent form. But he's there when it matters. That's all that matters. Vidal plays off Fabian here. Just unnecessarily. He trips him up, but he kicks it at him as well. Wasn't expecting it, I don't think. But Pulisic pulls it back. There it is. In the goal. Breathe. And Leeds are currently holding Man United. I mean, as soon as I said that, they're probably going to score. I mean, if Leeds are the ones that... Hang on, there's a fumble in the box there. That's gone in. I don't know if it's counting or not because we got a yellow card warning. No, Vidal apparently is offside this time. Although maybe it's one of their players again. Who knows? We'll find out. Seri, Vidarsson. Right, so does Vidal hit... I'm not really sure if Vidal even hits that. Oh, right. No, I got it now. It's saying Lo Celso offside, but it was Lo Celso own goal. The first one. Imagine if Leeds are the ones to give York the win here. That's a story in and of itself. Seri coming forward. Seri, he's going to have a go from distance. That's had curl. And yeah, we are starting to properly dominate in the shots department. They've had a penalty. Leeds are giving away a penalty. I mean, Silva's actually been a bit rubbish here. We'll get rid of 2 of them. In fact, Seri might be off as well. He's a bit tired. Do we protect this? Do we protect 1-0? Don't forget, Wolves are going to be fighting to the last here. They need to get points to stay up. And a point here would be massive for them. I don't know what the goal deficit situation is down there. They've got a better goal difference. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit because I am well aware that my face camera bit does block up this bottom portion of the pitch. Paqueta's put it on. Tedoran has... Oh dear, Courage. What's happened there, mate? Sergio stands tall. Yeah, Seri's coming off. He's a bit tired. Not a bad substitution to have on the bench is Grimes. Just pull it back. Pull it back. Protect the 1-0. We can make it 2 maybe. Leeds. Oh, I need Leeds to do something. We need Man City to do something. Is that really the highlight? Or are we just sort of getting a... It's a reasonable shot. There's a set piece. It's the end of the game. Culmination. Like 3-bit parts has made a full highlight for some reason. Madeira's taking his time. I appreciate this. That's Grimes is on it. Vidarsson. This has been weirdly well worked. That's probably not the intention. But I kind of really like the way that was worked. Our job is done here. The fact that they thought it was going to be a draw says everything about our recent form, doesn't it? Certainly, good win. And I know Man United won their game. It's exactly what push is needed, because of course Cantoro will not be back for the rest of this season. FA Cup final, last 2 games, none of it. He's not going to be there. No late equaliser or anything like that. Tottenham won as well. They're still 4 points behind. They're not out of it, technically. And a full week until Leicester. Oh, do I stick more training in again? Ooh, perhaps a not obviously massive result has occurred here. Watford have beaten Everton 3-0, which has put them up into 19th and 26th points. That's when Man United go on the final day. If Watford are in a position to still stay up on that final day, that makes Man United's job there a little bit more difficult. Man City lost to West Brom though, irritatingly, which means they do need to get 6 out of 6 and hope Southampton get none to get into 5th. So both of Manchester United's opponents still have a lot to play for in both their games. Ours, nothing really, other than pride. Can't get Europe, can't go down. Atletico top of La Liga. Oh, shout out to Stuttgart. Because of course they start the game in Bundesliga too, so the fact actually they've not actually had brilliant seasons since they've actually been back. No idea what's going on over there. Sorry, something amusing's just occurred. Bradford City have accepted a £0 offer from Bromley for Gary Horwood due to the first option deal Bradford City has in place with York City. However, should York decide to match the £0 bid, then their offer will also have to be accepted. I think I'll pass. Don't worry, Bromley, I'll let you have that one. So this is the match I'm hoping will tire Man United out. Just that little bit too much for their Man City game. They do have the advantage, but it's not much. Away goals. Yeah, best case scenario there would have been a 1-0 win for Madrid in extra time, of course. They don't actually play Man City until the Monday, either. Fantastic. And they'll meet Tottenham in the final. It's an all-English final, again. I'm pretty certain. Oh no, it was Chelsea last year. Thought for a second it was the same finalists. The English dominance in this particular save of the Champions League is ridiculous. You love to see it, Azata. So, we're at the Leicester game now, and the lineup has a couple of tweaks, of course. The injury to Silva means Foreman takes over up front. Bit weird that the on-loan Man United striker is the one that's going to be pushing us forward here. And, well, Saxton also injured, but that's just food poisoning. He will be back for the last one. Otherwise, I am going to start a little bit unchanged here. Ramirez's training midweek is the only thing that's keeping him in this side ahead of Madeira. But big news, of course, Azata is back in the defensive line. The main man. I love the fact that 3 of their players have stayed this entire time. I've just remembered because it was at the very, very beginning of the season. I'm pretty certain it was like the 3rd game of the year or something like that. But we lost to Leicester at their place, much like Tottenham, of course. But to Leicester, the weird thorn in the side against big teams. And we need to win this. We need to win this. Indeed, let's not have a silliness. Can we not have a silliness? This is lining up for a silliness, isn't it? Good. Right, that's over. The morale boost from being top, hopefully, for a couple of days at the very least, will be nice and lovely here. Don't know if Tottenham are playing at the same time. I don't think they are. They might be playing tomorrow. Xiao is through. Xiao, push it, give it back. Give it to someone else, Xiao. There we are. Castillo on this left-hand side. Castillo gets away with it. Vidal on it. Castillo try again. No one's on him this time. Sorry. It's in. Foreman's capitalised. I'm crossing my arms because otherwise I'll be fist bumping and it just looks stupid. Right. It's apparently raining, actually. Vidal to Castillo here. dings it in the box. Seri heads it quite far out, actually. And, well, that is the most capitalised goal I've ever seen. I wonder if it was actually bouncing in. I like the fact we're seeing a goal line replay for the initial part of that, as if it was possibly in before Foreman put it in. No, obviously, is the answer. I'm keeping an eye on that Watford-Cardiff game as well, because depending on what they do affects on how well they might be able to get out of that drop zone. The fact that Wolves are drawing at Southampton has pulled them out. It's not dominant, but we are winning. Motivated half-time team talk, and Seri, back post. Azata, oh, I thought it was in. The net went. I thought that was in. I thought that was two. I thought that was the classic. Azata on the ball. I thought we'd just done the classic. Wolves losing, which is arguably best case scenario. But Watford here. Courage. Oh, a little bit too far forward for him to actually get anything on it. Pedersen's not doing well. Is DLP just having issues in general? Right, all the other people who are on 6.5s have fucked their ideas up. I'm actually doing it. Just tackle on for Vidal. Go defensive midfielder, shore it up a little bit. No highlights. I mean, I'm happy with no highlights right now. 1-0, fine. We're not going to get like massive amounts of goal difference swings at this stage of the year. Right, so I've told them we got away with it there to fire them up for this last game. I mean, we did get away with it a little bit. It wasn't an awful performance, but it wasn't a good one either. Oh god, this is so stressful. Watford lost in the 93rd minute. Didn't even see that. Actually, is both of them losing the best case scenario? I suppose it depends what happens with Leeds next. Oh god, Leeds play tomorrow. Meanwhile, Aston Villa fan Joseph Proctor is calling out Gary Colshaw here. David Bartoli was particularly good, but they were unlucky not to win by more. Proctor's response is, don't buy the unlucky not to win by more rubbish. Bartoli was good though. Considering they'll put through at the same minute, he's psychic. Oh my god, I have to do my England World Cup announcement now. Do I just not call up any Man United players and have their morale go through the floor? Oh god, that would be really scummy. I mean, I can call up Foreman because he's here. I'm genuinely considering it. Liverpool and Tottenham play out a draw there. Doesn't matter either way. Tottenham are out of the race now. They were bare minimum 4 points behind with the final game to go. Sheffield United, though, beat Leeds, and that's the big one. 28 points they sit on. All of these teams in the relegation spots can get out, including Watford. Imagine, I can't believe the team in bottom are going to have a say on this title race. Trent Alexander-Arnold's probably final World Cup. 31 years old, yeah, not doing another one. Probably not even the next Euros, depending on how well he physically holds on here. The Trent out of his last World Cup. That is gutting. For me as well. Here we are then. Manchester United versus Manchester City. Second v 8th, which is crazy. 1-1. It's back in our hands. Right. Win, basically. Win and or hope Watford do something. I've just remembered I just realised who the scorer was. It was Chris Tipple, who's been in and out of major goalless streaks. Oh yeah, now I just casually got to decide my World Cup squad. Tipple's in it, straight away. Tipple, you're in. Clark, you're out. Here we are then, final day of the year, England stuff all dealt with. Took the opportunity to refresh myself during that decision-making side. 30 players chosen, 5 of them already injured. They'll all be back in time, thankfully. All defenders as well. We face Brighton, they face Watford. That's the only 2 matches that really matter, although, in the grand picture, Wolves, Leeds and Fulham, all massive games, all against big sides as well, Everton including that, by virtue of sort of being in it. We're back to 5-1. We're back to 5-1. Love to see it. Teko's a curious one. I really want to play him, and I'm looking at Vidal's form here. I'm looking at that form of Vidal, I'm just thinking, no, Saxton needs to be on that bench. Back from his poisoning. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to push both of these lads forward a little bit. Mazzala for Seri, attack, and attacking playmaker for Vidalson, I think. With Teko behind them. I might actually put him DLP with an ALP, actually. He does prefer the DLP. The other question mark, by the way, is Ramirez. Because I can't really put Madeira... I'm going to put Madeira on. He didn't respond well to the team meeting, but he's the experienced head there. And that's probably what we need. Dutra's going to be in goal. Castillo, Courage, Azata, of course. Shalnan, Teko, Vidalson and Seri, Pulisic and Madeira and Foreman up front. Just can't really allow... I mean, he's on 6.62 as well. I don't really know what the best thing to do here is. I'm sorry, I've just looked at Ramirez's stats. Nope, Ramirez. Ramirez it is. A few little tweaks to the system as a whole. We're going to press him a little bit higher up. We're going to act like the better side here. We're going to engage them higher up. We're going to press them a little bit more. Right, so the scores are on the table, has been adjusted just to allow that fit in there. Ramirez charges forward. Seri's there. Pulisic is there. Pulisic. Oh, he sneaked it in. He sneaked it in, lads. Sorry about that. I was not thinking a goal there. Pulisic, out of nowhere, has decided to perform in this final 3 games. Thankfully. Don't know how he's managed to get... Oh, it's not great from the goalkeeper. But we'll take it. 5th goal of the season for Pulisic. 2 when it really, really matters. They are playing positive, I do notice. And Now we've got a goal. I feel like we can be slightly less aggressive on the whole. Shao will intercept that. Heads it back to Sergio, hopefully there. Number 6 is just not going to leave him alone though. Blimey. That's hoofed straight to their number 9. Terrible, terrible goal kick. Ramirez. Afraid so we tell him to throw it long actually, so I don't know why he's doing that. Foreman. Over. Now a win here obviously means don't really need to even pay attention to Watford, but we'll, for the time being. Vidarson. What was that, Vidarson? It's fallen to Galeno. Oh, resultant corner. Went nowhere. Shannon throws it in. Ramirez. Umbahau. Never mind. Sacramento. Coming forward. Galeno. Sacramento. Oh, why? Why? Why are you trying, Brighton? Sacramento as well. Of course, it's bloody Sacramento. For context for people new, Sacramento was a player I coveted for about 3 or 4 years. Sort of championship first year in the Premier League. He went to Bournemouth for less money than I offered Bristol City. And when he went to Bournemouth, I said, keep an eye on that lad. He might be important one day. Wasn't expecting it to be like this. Man United haven't scored yet, but that's probably an inevitability. Surrey's got a free kick though, and this is in Surrey range actually. He's done it. I've chastised him for not scoring as many this year in a recent episode. He's done it when it matters. Ivan Surrey, £25 million release clause. One of my favourite players, I have to say. And he has done it, admittedly. Not exactly a long football manager career at this point, for me, content creation-wise, but he is definitely one of the best players I've ever managed. One of my favourites. Unbound. We'll obviously do my favourite players of the save towards the end of it. Still got the Champions League to win. Surrey, oh my god, out of nowhere, just poof. Onto that. Surrey, Vidarson is 3. Vidarson G'd the team up before the match. That's why he's starting. G'd the team up in a press conference, in a press meeting, whatever. I don't know what it was, but we got the news through. Vidarson rallies the troops, and here he is making it 3-1 on his right boot, on the edge of the box. Lovely finish. We paid a lot of money for that man. We paid a lot of money for a man who is largely going to be used for rotation purposes, but he's put it in when it counts. Man United actually haven't scored yet, which surprises me. Right. You might be winning. Do not let it drop. This is the bold time to be pulling out a team talk, which I really have little faith in as an option because, well, in the past, whenever I said keep focused, they immediately lose focus. And they've got a free kick now, so we'll see if that is a thing that continues. Hits the bar. Nearly. This highlight's continued. He's gathered the ball. I thought I was just rotating things. Leeds staying up as things stand. Nope, zoomed in. Didn't want to do that. I would scroll down, but at any time someone scores, it's going to ping straight back to the top. Although no one's scoring, apparently. Sergio is hoofed it again. Cuevas, Mia, all the way back to their goalkeeper. Foreman will be charging him down. At least Foreman has been spared the blushes of being the one to win this against his parent club. Surrey has got the ball again. Oh, we love Surrey, we do. 4-1. Is Teco the answer? Because you've got to argue, over the last 2 months, really, honestly, our performances have not been up to scratch ever since the drubbing of Arsenal, actually. The first leg of that Champions League with Tottenham. Ever since that first game there, we've not really been on it. Man United actually haven't scored yet. They're still drawing with Watford here. But we've not really been on it since that first leg of the Champions League. And all of a sudden, Foreman hasn't scored there. He's hit the post. All of a sudden, this match, Teco in the defensive midfielder role, we're suddenly doing things again. Now it might be a case of playing with an attacking midfielder at home and defensive midfielder away from home. Might be a thing. Sacramento's headed over. Might be something we do next year. Zart is really tired for some reason. Don't know why. Man United have indeed scored, but we are 4-1 up here. It's going to take an absolute cluster fudge for us to lose it now. At this point in time, is anyone not going to get a... Just in case Ponce's not going to get a medal. I don't know if he's played in the Premier League or not. Off you go, lad. Is Teco... They're very attacking. Don't know why they're trying. Very attacking. 13th v 14th. They would actually need to win this match to go ahead of Leicester. Foreman's made it 5. Never mind. This is why I didn't go attacking really at any point, because they were positive this entire... They were on positive or more every second of this match. Not once did they go balanced, cautious against a team who were potentially winning the title here. They played positive the entire game, and we have punished them for it. 5-1. Considering that all that mattered for them was £2 million. I did not play this in 3D. We do not see us celebrate. Post-match. What a way to win it. Foreman gets the final nail. Ivan Serry's 50th career league goal as well. Passionately say, congratulations lads. Enjoy your success. Sorry, I got possessed by Sean Connery there. Brighton and Hove Albion dealt with. Emphatic win on the final day. Man United did do the business in the end. Watford go down. Fulham go down. Wolves go down again. Leeds stay up by virtue of being 28 points. They stay up. Southampton 5th. Arsenal 6th. We've got an FA Cup against. Chelsea in 8th, of course. If they win that, they'll get Europa League football out of nowhere. Yeah, Everton might miss out on Europa football here. Europe football. Arsenal might not even get Europa League. There might be an EC2 if Chelsea win that. Next time out. York do the double. Teka gets a pay increase. No, not yet. He's not made 20 league appearances yet. Oh, hello. We've just nipped into 10th. We've nipped into 10th. Lovely Jobley. True legend apparently now. I've been a legend for York for a while. Medals. Was that Ponce's first league appearance? Oh no, I think he had 6 subs. Praising, sorry. 2 goals, 2 assists actually as well. Didn't even see that. Courage is the curious one. I'm obviously going to talk about sales and incomes perhaps. But Courage for £71 million. I've never been overwowed by him. That's a lot of questions. We had some luck go away at crucial moments. No, we did not. Hard work and ability. We beat Man United twice. If we hadn't won this whilst beating Man United twice, I would have been furious, by the way. Wonderful thing. A lot of hard work has gone into it, but it's all been worth it. Of course, I'm very proud. We were under significant pressure for much of the match. We were heavily outpossessed, yes, because they played attacking at home. But we had more shots, more on target, more fouls, 39% of the possession and 5 of the goals. So, yeah, you know what? The only statistic matters here is that we scored more goals than they did. Bang. I have to be honest, it's something I'm considering yes. No, I'm not leaving. Read the answer before the question there. I don't think we're actually going to... We're probably not even going to get the end of season stuff, are we? Because the FA Cup's going to get in the way of that. Maxence, mate, you've left that a little late, haven't you? FA Cup final to go. Boss, can I go alone? We did get the budgets, by the way. We've got a little bit more now, but the original budget for next year was already done as soon as we got the Champions League football. 70 million was all we got. I did move the wage bill over entirely before we did that. So we do actually have £500,000 in the wage bill because I figured if we do win the Premier League, so there's going to be a lot of requests, I imagine. A lot of requests, a lot of pay increases because you look at the squad, you look at the wage bill. We are 15th, remember, in the wage bill. A lot of players, a lot of starters. Silva, 30 grand a week. Ducha, 38. Madeira, 44. I mean, Badal's on 50 grand. Even Saka's on 53. Not a lot. Teko, of course, just apparently our best player. Absolute worth putting you in that last game, apparently. I might build the system around you now. You deserve it. Consistent. We're in a weird place where James Grimes might actually make way next year. But that's talk for tomorrow's episode. That's talk for tomorrow's episode. All that matters here is that right there. Champions of the English Premier Division with 90 points. 1-0, 1-0, 5-1. Now, have to defend that English FA Cup. Next year, Champions League. That's the dream. Until then, thank you for joining me. Ta-ra. Sorry, just actually nicked the assist at the end there.